The Kathryn Dunn Show. With us today, welcome Matt Capazzi, Elaine Vario, Tanya. Welcome. First time. Well, yeah, first time actually on the show, so welcome. Don Sullivan is back with us. My mom, Lucy Dunn, and Elise Lavino is coming straight taking the day off. Maybe he'll come by later, but on his own time, because that's the kind of guy he is. All right, welcome. Thanks for coming, and welcome from Bikini Central.
It is Bikini Central out here, folks. I'll just give a little quick Peru. This could be you too. Go out, have some, put a bikini on.
So this is the bikini cam. Last time, now it's the finger cam, but last time it was.
Oh yeah, bikini cam.
Yeah, last time it was.
Roy, you guys. Oh, when we get into pet updates, we're gonna have to talk. All right.
Oh, poor Roy.
Mm.
All right, guys.
Uh-oh.
It's time for what we do now. What is that?
Whine and Whisper Light ASMR.
Light ASMR, as you heard. So you get to guess what that sound is. That's right, if you guessed caramels, you are correct. Yes, the details of which, to be completely clear, that is the hot candy for the children watching. You should not be watching. THC is the hot candy. It's too spicy for children. That's right, children. Spice can kill you. Probably. Okay, guys, it's Whine and a Whisper, and I still want to complain about those people who stole my blood. They went in. They knew what they were doing. They were trying to re-traumatize me. I want them out of the medical field. Yeah. They were years ago when the patriarchy was at large. Yeah, it was a thing. I think clowns will have a resurgence. Are are people going to accuse us? Can we get Joaquin to do it? You know, we are actually in current events, and that is a current problem. Yeah. Yes. We absolutely should start that business, because how are they going to even rate us? We have no competition. And, like, how do they know we're not doing our job? We're doing our job if you don't get bitten by a vampire. I'm going to go full tzatziki. Deep in the tzatziki. See? Exactly. How did you not know this? Yeah, everybody knows that.
And it is a Latvian immigrant concentrated on rodent detection for over his first 20 years.
Orcs, you know, like under the bridge kind of guys. Right?
That's a different organ.
That's the original Orkin, back east, back in the old country, under the bridges.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now it's time for current events.
Oh, well, speaking of
But that was current events.
speaking of orcs, Trump just buried his wife
Yes.
in a golf course that he owns.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you not know this?
And-
Also, this was obviously always the plan, but now he did it in front of everyone. Okay, she was murdered, right? We all know that she was murdered by Eric, right? We heard,
We think.
right, allegedly, and whatever legal things we have to say, but like, we know that this happened, right? Like, did anybody hear the speech? Because that's what you say when you murder your mom.
Yeah, she hit him with a spoon or
emasculated
something.
him. She hit him with a spoon. It was Ivanka's fault, but
That
she
was
hit
Donald.
him anyway. What do you mean, Donald Jr.?
That was Don. That was Junior.
Oh, I can't tell them apart. Is the problem?
Oh,
13 plots. There
That
are
was my
13
fault.
plots. There are 13 plots on that golf course, so he doesn't have to pay taxes. It's a cemetery.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Is that New
But don't-
Jersey or is that somewhere else?
Yeah, Jersey.
I love
Don't make
CC.
friends with him because he's got 13 plots that he
Okay.
could use real easy.
So here's my theory. She fell
Uh-oh.
down drunk.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah, but he got her drunk. He got her
No, I
drunk.
believe it. Oh, please. He doesn't need help. She's a fall down drunk. She was a fall down drunk.
We mean no
Woo,
disrespect, nothing
woo,
is
it's getting hot in
we
here.
apologize in advance, and the thoughts and opinions expressed on TKDS may not be those of the people expressing them. I don't think that's what happened. I think that that's what they want us to think.
We don't Google.
I
Yeah.
think that she used to come to Mykonos and she was a fall down drunk. I don't know that much has changed.
Okay, yeah, maybe she's a
Well,
fall
I
down
don't think
drunk,
that-
but
Wait,
I
Well
don't think.
done.
Wait, I
Is
just want to
Ivana-
know.
is Ivana Trump the blonde from Absolutely Fabulous?
basically that's actually what
No.
she's
No, but
based
she looks
on.
like her. She.
No, she's actually based on her. Like, yes. Believe it or not.
The hair.
Yes.
Trump, darling, I'm gonna drink some martinis in the pool.
All I know.
Sweetie, darling. Oh,
Any
businesses are doing
children-
great because of my excellent work. Oh, are you so emasculated by this, sweetie, darling, that you're going to ruin and tank all the businesses? Yes, sweetie. You guys remember that episode of Ab Fab?
Sweetie, yeah, fabulous, yeah, sweetie.
Sweetie,
Oh.
darling. Please don't ruin the children.
All I got is fall down
Children.
drunk.
All I know is children saying horrible things about their mother at a funeral. They know people are going to tape, write down, record, etc. Are evil children, even if the mother was the worst mother in the world. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Those are orcs.
they're orcs. Yeah, maybe. Donald Orc Trump. I don't know.
I mean, keep in mind that we have uncovered on this show with a different name. It's Dunn Son on Radio Free Brooklyn, but it's also the Kathryn Dunn Show. The time traveling Trump known as Baron Trump, who is the reason for the Mandela effect. He went back in time. He got the almanac. It's all happening. Here we are. Baron
What, the
Trump.
sports almanac? Like the sports
Obviously,
almanac,
he's
like in
Biff. We all know
Back
he's
to the
Biff, right?
Future?
You know that Trump is Biff. Yes.
He does look like Biff.
No, he is Biff. He is
Trump does look like Biff now that you said that.
No, I didn't say it. It is. It is. Like I didn't. Say
I'm
it.
sorry, Mr. McFly. I put another coat on. I'm sorry, Mr. McFly.
Oh,
we have
Biff.
to find the real McFly. You know the real
Wait a
McCoy?
second.
We have to find the real McFly, have them go back in time, fix the timeline so that there is no Biff on top.
That actually explains a lot, just in terms of like winning the election. I think there might have been some time travel involved here.
Thank you. It's all a fact. And if we didn't
Wait a
say
second,
it on
there
this
was-
episode, we said it on a future episode from the past. No, we did. We did say it. It's been covered. What were you saying, Don?
Just that there was a sighting of a Trump sighting. She was in a horse-drawn carriage in Central Park 2 days after the alleged, what would you call it? The alleged falling?
Wait, the deceased person? Or Ivanka?
Yeah.
What?
No,
Oh,
the
so you're
deceased
saying
person.
She's not dead. You're saying that, like,
I think she ran off with Elvis Presley.
well, I mean, that is interesting.
Elvis darling. Let's go to Central Park. Darling.
We already did
Let's have martinis.
We already did the vampire series.
Well, I actually think that she was murdered for real, or just like put somewhere else and murdered because she was going to testify against Trump.
Ah.
So,
Fall down drunk.
I mean, that's what they want you to think.
That makes
It's
sense.
true.
He's got 13 more graves, right? Available for anybody else who wants to testify against him. Just be careful, folks.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds like a time for a pick-me-up with some uplifting animal news. Yeah.
Okay.
With Elaine
Hey,
Valley.
guys. All right. Well, the first one that I wanted to talk about today was a show I went to right before this show, which was amazing. And it was all about wobblers. Yes, you say, what's a
Warblers.
wobbler? What's a wobbler? It's a
You know,
funny word.
wobblers.
You know, wobblers.
Yeah.
Like, and this guy on the internet, Frank, the bird guy, that's what he's known as. He has a store in California. You might be able to go there, Tanya. I don't know. Get bird stuff. I don't know if you get seed. I don't know if you get binoculars. But he had a bunch of people listening, and I learned all about these little birds, and they have half eyes, like their eyes. The reason they look like two half pieces of donut. So that's one of the markings that they all have. They have tiny, tiny beaks. They have face masks and they have chin straps and they have stripes down their chests and they have spots on their arms. And a lot of it's yellow and black or green and yellow. And they're all over America. And you'll see them up until September and then they'll go south. And he didn't have the tape of the melodic, how do you say it?
Their melodic call?
That's it. He didn't have that on tape, so I'll never know. So I don't know what they sound like. He showed a bunch of pictures, but he's available all over the internet to learn about these birds. And he does a different bird show every other month. So just so you know, don't cut down your trees now. Now's a bad time to cut down your trees. Okay? All right. Second story, because it's Shark Week, or walking sharks. Okay? There's a remote outpost in the nightfall, the coast of Papua New Guinea, where there are sharks. Papua New Guinea.
New Guinea.
Where sharks, I guess you've been there, where sharks walk. Okay, they don't just swim, they walk on land. Okay? What? Yes. Land sharks. You always made fun of them on Saturday night. These are real.
How do they walk? Do they flop or do they push themselves with their back fins?
Using they use their fins to drag themselves. They're tan and black speckled, but they look like they're walking. They shimmer across the tide pool with hardly enough water to skim on its belly. And they kind of look like a lumbering.
They blend in and no one notices that there's
like a lumbering sea lion, okay? But they really exist. There's an island of walking sharks, and they should be on Discovery Channel this week. Well, we could go there as a class trip, I guess.
That'd be fantastic.
I think I'm gonna pass on walking sharks.
They didn't. Why?
Because they're basically like alligators. They're basically like alligators at that point. They're going on land, and then they live in water, and they bite you like they'll eat.
Their picture look
dangerous.
Their picture look kind of friendly. Wait a second. They kind of look like, where's the picture? Yeah.
They got pictures, but they don't have video of it.
Look, see? Don't they look kind of like...
Can a crazy person have them as a pet? That's the definition for me of gentle. Like, I'm not afraid if somebody could pet them. Like, get them as a pet. Like,
I
have
a walking shark as a pet.
Yeah, I have a walking shark.
I want a support animal. I want a shark as a support animal.
Right?
How big is it?
Let me see. I gotta see. Now you gotta go. Wait a second.
The size is important because I feel like if they're really, really big, don't feel safe enough. But then if they're really, really tiny, I also don't feel safe. Like a bunch of tiny things coming at you, like that's just as scary as one big one.
If they're little, I think it might be cute.
It says they're 3.3 feet.
Oh, that's too big.
That's too big?
That's large.
That's like a third grader.
That's like my dog.
That's like a third grader. They're the size of a third grader. It's scary.
Because then their teeth and their strength.
Human third graders are scary. I don't want a shark version.
Wait. Okay, now, here's a guy holding one. It don't look that big, so maybe this is a baby one.
Yeah, but notice there's no video. It's just people holding them and stuff. They're not.
It's more like American Girl doll size, but I still don't like it.
Wait, Mom, that looks like a BB buff, first of all. Second, do you remember being at Costa Helios and they had a bin of sharks and they were messing with them and they were small?
No.
Oh. All right,
well, you
I don't remember sharks.
You want to be nice to them when they're small.
I don't remember sharks.
Can you say that again? That was really nice.
But what I'm thinking is those sharks that they're saying at land sharks, is it possible that they end up on the sand because the water comes out?
No, they do it on purpose.
No, high tide.
No, there's an evolutionary. Oh wow, that's a great one. There's an evolutionary purpose to why they became also land sharks. I mean, it was needed. Obviously, the water drains, and they had to learn how to, move.
Are the sharks learning how to surf?
I mean, that'd be cute.
Since they're like,
look, if it's gonna be like an athlete, then maybe I'd adopt it. But I'd see it more as like a child than a pet at that point. If it was like athletic.
If you could teach it to surf, do you have to start it on a boogie board?
If your child isn't athletic, are you not going to recognize them?
Whose kid is this? I don't know this kid. This kid can't even walk. I'm sorry.
Which
That was mean.
writer
That was mean. That was
Wait a
mean.
1995 decided that a land shark would be a good thing?
You guys, whatever segment I have to talk about kangaroos on, I need to remember to bring something up. I'm just putting that out there. Stick a pin in that.
You want to talk about it now?
I mean, sure. Look, I'm on
Go
my.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
I have
I
one
just need to
last
get this
story
off.
about a cat, and that's it. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Oh my God. Look, I need to get this off my chest. I'm on, and the water shark land thing brought this up for me. Triggered. Going to Sydney.
Triggered, sorry.
Right, going to Australia. I'm on my way to a work trip. And, apparently kangaroos are kind of like raccoons over there, but they're like more dangerous, I guess. Apparently, do you know what their biggest source of... What is that sound?
Everybody out of the pool.
That's not me.
Irwin happening?
Oh,
Why
what's
do I
that?
hear an
Oh,
Irwin?
someone's researching. Someone's looking up Irwin right now. Okay, we're good. I'm going to keep going. So, point is, do you know what the number one way that kangaroos kill people? Real number one way that people...
Boxing.
Falling on them.
Boxing.
Falling on them.
No. Ready?
Drowning?
Oh,
Drowning
kangaroos.
them. Drowning them. They pull you into the water and drown you.
What the actual fuck?
That is
What?
out of control.
Kangaroos are terrifying.
A
No.
kangaroo's number one. Yeah, look it up. That's why I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Look
like
it
20
up.
years ago, a kangaroo drowned a dog, and that's when I found out that kangaroos are like monsters.
No.
Yeah, they will. They are
Yeah.
like trained drowning, like mafia, like literally. Like that. It takes a certain level of strategy to be like, I'm going to grab you with my talons and drag you into the water to drown you.
That's
Yeah, they've got T-Rex arms, and they drown you.
That's using a tool.
Wow.
Big arms.
Yeah.
You're ruining Skippy. You're ruining
I'm
Skippy
just
for
saying.
me.
Look, I'm just saying this is what I'm headed into, folks. I was thinking of trying to get it. I was figuring. Look, with my travels, I was trying to get adopt pets around the world. That's how I do things. I never have a real pet. I'm always the pet ant. I'm not pet anting a kangaroo that's gonna drown me. Anyway,
No, go ahead.
Now,
Now, Cece, tell her about the koalas. Go ahead, ruin koalas for
This
her.
is
Go
the
ahead.
obligatory mention, since we're on the topic of Australian animals that look cute but are secretly monsters. Basically,
Just wanna
koalas
point out
all...
that Christina has a problem with Australian animals. All right.
Because they're all trying to kill you.
Wow. They're
true.
all trying to
They've all got
Why don't you run for
chlamydia.
president? Why don't you just go run for president with
Chlamydia.
they're all trying to kill you?
I heard that.
Yeah, koalas are trying to kill you with their chlamydia.
Wow. Does chlamydia even kill? Or is the problem that the koalas aren't getting treated for the chlamydia they have?
I don't know, but they did inspire the cryptid of the drop bear, which is, the mythical creature that waits high up in the night and drops down on you and kills you.
What the
So,
What? What?
Slenderman are you talking about?
What?
like I said, that's like an Australian cryptid, the drop bear. They're not real, it's like the jackalope, but they're terrifying because, of course, they are, because it's Australia.
I need a flashlight right now because it's like, beware the drop bear. She will. Like, are you kidding? There's a
look,
drop
no,
bear.
it is true though. In Australia, like everything is there to kill. I mean, they really are wild, which is like beautiful, but like,
Yeah.
look, we're in their place, and it's like, look, it's
You
know-
a danger zone.
A dingo really did eat a baby. Like, that movie was based on a thing that really happened.
Okay, there's a
Really
conspiracy
happened.
behind that means a dingo didn't eat a baby.
A dingo ate
No,
your
no.
baby.
No, the dingo definitely ate the baby. But here's the thing with Australia: there are 8 out of the 10 most deadly things on Earth come to live in Australia.
Exactly.
One of them, man.
Wow.
Uh-uh.
What are the other two that aren't
Oh,
Australian?
like little. There's those little. There. First of all, there's snakes. There's those little box.
There's spiders. The spiders,
the
too.
spiders, and then they have these things called box jellyfish that are tiny, and they go like they'll kill you in the water.
I do need to know the answer to Kathryn's question. And also, these other things that are not from Australia, are they from Florida?
I don't know.
Florida's
Are
got
they
big
messed
spiders.
up crazy people?
Is one of them Casey Anthony?
Because she's definitely one of the deadliest animals.
No, not people. We're talking about things, critters.
What about shrimp?
What about shrimp?
Oh.
What
Yeah,
about
watch
shrimp?
out.
Yeah,
They'll
what's
kill
about
you. They'll kill you.
shrimp?
They won't even think about it. They don't have any brains. They have no ethics whatsoever. They'll just grab you and pull you into the water and strangle you.
I refuse to let you
Okay.
talk
Yeah,
shit
but I
about
need to-
shrimp.
I have to say something though. I love like literally like when you started talking about shrimp like that, like all I did was get like you know like saliva in my mouth because I love shrimp and thinking of
Me
a shrimp
too.
that big, I would like want to bite into a shrimp that big. Wow, this is a juicy shrimp.
Oh my
It
God.
reminds
Worth
me,
it.
the idea of the
They're
shrimp
dead
that big
first.
reminds me
Drink
that
water.
horrible part of the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, where Roland is like stuck on a beach with these murderous lobster creatures, and he just has to keep like beating them to death so that they don't kill him.
And then he eats them, right?
Also in
He would eat them,
Beetlejuice,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
they were
does eat
attacked.
them. Yeah, and
In
I think they are
Beetlejuice.
delicious.
Well,
you know, that would always be
crabs.
worth it. It's like if there's a certain amount of, not that I'm condoning any of this, but like, look, there's a certain level of danger to having those exist in our world, but the amount of like delicious food we get out of the size of those things, I mean, I don't know, debatable.
How much does it cost for shrimp where you are?
How much does shrimp cost where I am right now? I don't know. But they're not like the size that could drown me. But again, if shrimp attacked in mass, I don't like small things that attack in mass. That's freaky. They overcome you. They like, you know, that's just as worse.
Well,
Yeah.
don't let. Then stop saying it so loud.
That's a metaphor for what we need to do.
Don't say shrimp that you're going to eat them so loud or they'll surround you. Just
Oh,
saying,
you're
you're
right.
like near the
Are
water.
kangaroos edible?
I mean, it's all over
Yes.
the internet. I think they know that they're like food by now.
Probably.
You don't think shrimp know that they're food at this point? Okay.
They eat kangaroo meat,
No.
Well, if it's me or them, I'm going to eat them.
And
Just
straight.
say it.
or they might
Will
drown
they pull
you.
me into the water? I'm going to go, Put you
That's
on a
true.
Barbie, buddy.
No, the kangaroos pull you into the water and then the shrimp eat you.
It's a team.
And
Tag
what if
team.
there's no water around? What does the poor kangaroo do? He gets so frustrated.
Yeah, what other
Punches
things
you.
have they used to kill people with?
I mean, just their legit talons or probably their sex appeal. I mean, out of all the animals, they have muscles. I don't know.
They do have muscles.
They'll punch you. They'll kick you.
Probably just stomp you to death.
No, they legit have like those talons. Like they have very long claws and
Yeah.
they're also very muscular. Like they're large and they're muscular.
Yeah, kangaroos are very talented.
Oh,
Ah.
you're ruining Skippy for me, but they are ripped.
All right, Matt.
What else?
Are we gonna
All
give
right.
Matt a pun section? So
All
he
right,
can
the
get it off
last
his
the
chest?
last little happy little note, since we need a happy one to end on. Look at this cat. Wait. Ready?
Oh,
Where is it? Did it work?
Yeah, we can see it.
There it is. Okay, you see that?
Mhm.
This cat has gone viral. All right, because
it's a god.
exactly. This cat's name was Clyde. Okay. Clyde is a god, man. Clyde's a fucking god. Say it. Okay. It went viral on Twitter. He's got like 1.5 million views, likes, and it went to his head. And now he's living on top of the roof, as from what I understand, lounging in the sun. And just remember,
And now we're
Clyde.
banking on the fact that Clyde's famous now, that if we mention hashtag Clyde in our description box, this may go viral too.
yeah, hashtag Clyde. Come and look at us. I got to take a picture.
Speaking of hashtags, we're teaching a class on hashtags later. Just kidding, we don't know, but Don wants to know. So if you know about hashtags, reach out to us, email us, whatever. All right, that is that. Now we're moving
Okay.
on. Yes.
No, we're good. I just wanted to say the spy pigeon was exonerated and set free that we
Spy
was worried
pigeon?
about. Didn't we talk about him last week? The Pakistani pigeon that was arrested for suspicion of being a spy. Oh, maybe I wasn't talking to you. All right. Well, basically, they arrested a pigeon and they thought that he was a spy. And he was apprehended due to suspicious ring around his ankle with numbers.
Wait a second,
they-
Elaine. The bigger question here is: are you talking pet stores with other people besides us, or
I might have brought this up
who are you
because
talking to about this?
How dare you?
I don't know.
We're telling on you, and we're telling on our
Are
end.
you a
Tell it.
spy?
No, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me this is a joke.
I promise from now on I'll save all my animal stories for you guys, because I was very excited about this because this bird was put in prison, and I was ready to start hashtagging free the pigeon, but just so you know, he's free. They proved he wasn't a spy. He was just an innocent bird that happened to have a band on his leg with the phone number of its owner. Okay, so before you laugh it off, he wasn't the first case of avian espionage in that area. Okay, just so you know. All right, 2016 it happened earlier. So India's a little paranoid about pigeons. And
don't they put birds in cages anyway?
Yeah, I know it's a double cage to make him feel more trapped. I don't know how they imprison birds.
And something about this is tattletales, where we all talk about our animals, our own animals, the animals that we have in our lives. For example, Elise, how is Roy?
Come on.
Oh, Elise, how's Roy?
I have no idea how Roy is.
Oh, no one's checking on
I've been
him.
away. Well, right, my parents are away this weekend, so I have no idea if he's come or not. I guess technically we have the ring, so maybe I can ask him to check the footage. I might have to ask him to check the footage, to see if he's come by. Look, let me be clear. I really feel for Roy, but I've also been trying to, keep the right level of attachment with him. But I mean, because he's not mine, but he also loves us. But also, let me just be clear. Roy's a little bit of a hoe bag, okay? The other day, I was on a work meeting. Okay, I was on a work meeting. Roy, starts outside. I'm like, okay, hold on, I gotta get the cat. Open up the door. Roy comes in, acts like he owns the place, barks for some freaking water. I go get it. I'm like, give me some cuddles. He's just like, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of love. And then he right away wants to go back out. I'm like, okay, let him out. All of a sudden, I hear outside the door, whose cat is this? And I'm like, wait, what? I peek out the window. Okay. There's Roy laid on his back with his legs in the air, getting belly rubs and swimming up against this other woman walking by. And I'm just Roy, I'm right in front of me, Roy, right in front of me. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, here's the thing. I love the guy. But I have to. The thing is, I'm embracing who he is, and I think that's why he loves me. Whoever Roy is, I love, and eventually he's going to choose me and abandon his owner. But that's all I have to say about that. And I miss Roy. And
I just want to say that I'm sorry to hear that. At least you're a good person and you don't deserve that. I'm sorry that happened.
Also, I feel here's the thing about Roy. I feel it's been one of the most amazing things because it's really opened up my heart and I feel the love and I really I'm so grateful. At the same time, he's bringing up a lot of I basically get triggered by Roy the way I've gotten triggered by every relationship in my life. And so it was literally I thought I healed all, I feel I've healed all these relationship patterns. And the universe is wait, hold my beer. Let me send her a cat. Now I'm literally playing hard to get. I notice all the triggers. He gives me love and attention, then he goes somewhere else. Roy is teaching me a lot. But he also, the blanket humping, apparently it's a thing, but now he looks at me while he does it. And I really don't know how I feel about that. So, yeah, me and Roy have a complicated relationship, but I love the guy.
Don't let other people rub your belly. Don't look at me when you hump stuff. What do you want? You can't have it both ways.
Well, maybe it's the fact that he looks at me when he humps a blanket and he goes outside and gets belly rub somewhere else. I mean, that's a little bit of a mind app. Tell me if a guy did that to you, came inside your house, literally humped a blanket looking at you, walked out of your house, and then you see some chick rubbing his belly on the sidewalk. How would you feel?
It would be a head F for different reasons. Dawn, what
here's the thing.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, that's it. I feel that's Roy's update. So more to come. But we'll have more of an update when my parents are back because, I am really sad. I miss my love. But yeah. All right.
Dawn, did your kitty go?
Over to Dawn.
We've come to an interesting new agreement in our relationship. We've moved to a whole different madrega, a whole different stage, where for a while now, Forger would be sleeping or he'd be lying there, and I would say, I want to put my hand on him, and I would put my hand on him, and I would fall asleep and stuff, and then we would wake up, and then he would swat me as I was moving my hand. And I know all you cat lovers and animal lovers, I am too, don't get me wrong. But if you swat at me, it's a natural reaction to swat back.
Don, call in the kangaroo. Call in the kangaroo.
I'm serious. I am ready, Matt. So I swat back, okay? He jumps up and he runs away for 2 minutes, comes back, and then apologizes for swatting at me first. Well, today, the same thing happened, okay? And this time I went like, stop swatting at me. I don't mean to hit you, but it's a natural reaction. I can't stop. I'm half asleep. I did it. He looked at me. I looked at him. He didn't get up and walked away. I went, good, we're even.
Wow. All right.
Now we're even. He's going to swat at me. I'm going to swat at him. We're even.
No.
It is on.
Cats have the capacity to think in those
Doesn't
terms.
happen on purpose. It just happens. I mean, I don't hit him.
I've bitten
I
a
hit
dog
close
once or
to him.
twice. I've bitten a dog. I'll admit it.
I don't think I've hit him though. I hit next to him. He
No,
grabs
I did
me.
though.
Oh, so you're just okay. You're not actually making contact. You're just swatting as a reaction. Like
Oh,
there's a
it's
fly in my face
contact,
swat.
all right. I'm hitting real
Oh.
close to him.
At least just tried to say
all right,
it,
time-
and you're like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
I really
hitting real
was
close to
coming.
him.
I really was coming in with the stage
Dude.
here. Wait, I have a question. Does the swat back rule apply to everything, like adults, children,
I don't
bosses?
think so.
Like, where does the
No.
line draw on the swat? Like, if someone swats at you, doesn't matter what it is. What
Oh
it's
my
a
God,
tree,
I've
it
become
doesn't
an
matter.
animal hater and abuser.
Only animal. Oh, so the
On
swat rule only applies to
international
animals.
radio, television. Okay.
Don, when you were a kid, were you chased by a SWAT team? Maybe that has something to do with it.
No, but I have swatted flies.
What they ever do.
Damn.
If they weren't fast enough,
And they
No,
weren't
they-
vampires.
no, they're always fast. They're always too fast.
No. Yeah.
When you swat a fly, can you ever get a fly? Never, right? Never.
Yeah.
No.
Well, if you use chopsticks, you can catch them usually.
I've seen
I
guys. who-
disagree. Actually, disagree with
grab
that.
the
Disagree with
fly
that.
out
I've
of the
gotten
air.
really good. I've gotten really good at swatting flies since Roy's been in my life because I keep the door open most of the time as a boundary. Like, you're not my cat, so I'm not gonna like close the door. And so a lot of flies are getting in, and I've been really, I've developed that skill. Let me put it that way.
I thought
There's a
that,
skill to it, and
Grab them out of the air like this. Just go. Zap.
or there's also the apparatus that's like a tennis racket that kind of like zaps it. But
nice.
kind of like a live kind of game. That's another thing Roy's brought into my life. Flies. But all worth it so far.
Forger, come here and show these people that I'm not a horrible person.
Forger.
Wow.
And that's the
Would
last
ya?
time we saw Don.
He just like flies across the screen.
Don, are you there? Are you okay? Do you need a kangaroo?
Do you need an assist?
Oh my God, his cat swatted him to death.
Chubsy swatted at me today. Do you know what I did?
Swatted her right back.
No, I went and I washed my wounds, which I'm trying to show you, but the lighting is hard. See those little, it looks like a vampire bite?
Yes.
Wait. Oh.
You don't
Forger
say.
has something he
Who
wants
did
to
that?
tell you.
Chubsy, I just
Forger
said.
has something he wants to tell you.
You sorry?
Here, is it?
My human hurt me,
Yeah.
and I will be filing a restraining order. If anybody can represent me in the cat
See-
court, I would
you see,
greatly
Rita?
appreciate
I
it.
hear purring. He's purring. He's forgiving him.
only a black belt in
Purring sounds an awful lot like growling. It's the same thing. It just sounds like growling. It's actually purring. No?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was purring. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
So did you say Chubsy beat you up?
Oh.
Yeah, because I was petting her and I was afraid that she was gonna get that that overstimulation, the petting aggression. Because she gets petting aggression. So I stopped petting her and I was taking my hand away and she reached out and like hooked me. I think
she
she
got-
wanted me to keep doing it, but
The aggression, if you
don't
pet it too
decide
much.
When I get pet aggression, is what she said.
It's, yeah, right?
yeah. She also had another victim the other day.
Oh my god, little Dexter. Actually, no.
Little gray bird.
She's a monster.
Mhm.
And we still love them,
Yeah.
just as they love us.
Even if they are serial killers.
I don't think Chelsea loves anybody.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
God,
I saw her. She's
that's
precious. She's got
rough.
big paws.
When our pets start drowning us, then we'll know there's a real issue.
yeah, right.
When we start having Australian pets. Oh, hi, Tony. Did you know
Oh,
it was
yeah.
your time to come out and say hi?
It's Tony's time.
That's not a scratch. This is a scratch.
It's Tony time. Da, 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 da.
Tony time.
Yeah, Tony came in right when I said pets drowning humans, so that's a good
She's
sign.
like, she has.
Let me hear
That's
the
my
details.
call. I'm on.
She wants the deets. Give me the details on how I do this.
Yeah, she's like, listen, I can't figure out how to turn on the tub, but I know I'll put you in it as soon as I can.
Meh.
I love playing.
I watched a video of a cat playing in a tub.
Here you
Like
guys-
every time the woman turns on her tub, the cat goes crazy and wants to go swimming. Like,
See, that's just sweetheart.
oh,
So small.
Careful, he wants to snag at you like you wouldn't believe.
Sorry, what were you saying? Tony's.
no, I never saw cats. I didn't think cats liked water, and it was a whole video of this lady who every time she turns on her bath, the cat goes in there and like swipes the soap and knocks little marbles underneath the water and likes playing in the water. I never thought that a cat would like to play in water. I thought it was weird. You guys have cats? Your cats like water?
I had a cat that
Nope.
used to want to take a bath with you.
Really?
Yeah, like he wanted to sit on you in the bathtub. He was like, "You've got a lap."
That's so weird. While you're wet?
Yeah, like he didn't care.
What a fucking weirdo. What color was
Just
he?
wanted to be
Black
with
and
you.
White? Because I had a black and white cat that would sit in the hot water.
He was a tuxedo tabby.
Yes, a tuxedo.
Yeah,
It
but
looked good
a
wet.
tabby, not black and white. But yeah,
Gray?
a tuxedo. Yeah, like gray and black stripes
Okay.
on the black part.
Yeah, no, this one. Mom, do you remember the cat that would sit in the heater? Heated water?
Cat that would sit in the heater.
In the heater?
No, in the heated water. Remember in Great Neck there was a cat that would just sit.
Oh,
in
an
the
outside. Yeah, but it was an outside cat.
Yeah. But it would be.
She used to call him
winter.
Socks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it gray or black?
It was, I want to say, black with socks.
Yeah. So like a tuxedo with socks, and he would just like get in the water in the winter. It was always so distressing because I know that he's in there for the heat, but like, what are you gonna do when you get out, kitty? It's cold.
He liked it.
It's so strange. He did though, because he kept doing it. So like, he did it more than once. He must have liked it.
You were providing a kitty sauna.
Yeah, but it was so sad because like I need a little, like a hot tub, and he needs a sauna as well.
Yeah.
To dry off.
Yeah.
Poor babe.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. She had a place for them to sit and to lie down under the, she had stuff for them.
Yeah. Okay. So Trixie had to go to the doctor. Hopefully things are gonna be okay. I'm worried about my girl. That's all I want to say about it because I'm not happy about it. Okay, how about Mitzi?
Mitzi's doing well. She's chilling in the summertime. Here she is.
Oh, he's awake.
Ooh, look at that fashion walk.
Oh, let's see it. You could tell by the way I walk, I'm a kitty cat. Oh my goodness. Such good Mitzi.
Mitzi. Oh,
Very pretty cat.
notice
lady.
how she's snagging.
Gorgeous. She's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Look at her.
She really
I
is.
can't believe I really always thought I was a dog person, and I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but as an owner, I feel like cats, I'm very much into their state of being.
Mm-hmm.
They chill me out.
They were amazing. Just by being who they are. Incredible.
Yeah.
Totally. Very healthy attachment style with cats. Dogs, I can't say that. Dogs, I love them, but they're energy. Some energy
Yeah,
there.
dogs are a little needy.
Yeah.
Try getting a bird.
Dogs are well-meaning. I like that.
But there's reciprocation because usually like the owners want that too. Like it is a thing. Like the dynamic is liked by both.
They're just loyal as hell. That's the whole thing.
They are so loyal. They love.
Yeah, cats. You could. Yeah, they come, they go.
Well, cats, you have to learn. You learn how to value someone's independence. So it's like they have to let it's like the more you let them be them, the more that they connect with you, and like you guys have a healthy amount of time together. Like I feel, but like you just have to let it give it the freedom, and it comes to you. So far, I'm just saying this because I feel like Roy.
You can't tell.
I
know what a cat
if he
is
knew
thinking.
this is how I was, what if he knew this is how I felt being away from him? Like I'm upset.
He'd use it
I hope he
against
doesn't
you.
watch this. I hope he doesn't watch this.
No rhythm.
He absolutely
Use it
got
again.
belly rubs, knowing that you'd go away and wanting you to think about all the belly rubs he could be getting without you.
So you're saying it's a tactic for me to think about him while I was gone and wonder what he's doing?
Yep. 100%.
Like or who's rubbing him?
Yeah, like who's rubbing your
That
belly?
little.
There's the rub.
When you look at your dog, do you feel like you're actually communicating with them and that they're really telling you?
Sometimes,
really talking.
Not all of them, but sometimes.
Because with a cat, it's just there's this incredible mystery that happens. It's like
no, they look right at you.
What are they doing? You know,
they're looking right at. I feel like I've significantly connected with Roy energetically. Like I've shifted specifically energetically into certain like coming from my heart, and I've noticed physical reactions to energetic shifts. We are like cat. Like it is like we connect. I feel like that's, and I don't know if that's all cats. I'm just saying Roy, but me and Roy have. He's my spirit guide, and if it's, that's is what it is.
I think that's a cat thing. They do that. Oh, by the way, I asked my cat what she wants to eat. I put out both cans of the different types of food, and then she rubs her face on the one that she wants. So, cats.
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah.
She knows the labels.
Look at the
Wait, she knows the labels.
I don't know how she does it.
She's letting her intuitive eat. She's letting her intuitive eat. It's like, what are you feeling today? And she's like, this one. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting me have choice, Honor. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love cats. I want to be a cat owner.
You are. Do it. Talk to the neighbor. Be like, listen, you don't deserve him.
Listen, I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I couldn't get your cat out of my mind.
Give him to me. He's mine now. Okay. So, unless anybody has anything else to say about their animals and tattletales.
Nope, he's sleeping. Everything's ixnay on the tattletale A.
All right.
I'm sufficiently guilty.
That reminds me.
And the word to get started is guilty.
Nope. Not gonna admit any of that.
Guilty makes me think of the time I was with my friends and my grandmother had a house in the Bronx, and in the backyard I had a neighbor friend that I would go over to his house and hang out. One day we decided it would be a good idea to have a food fight, but a polite one. So we were like, it was great that these kids knew about, like, we all knew about consent. We're like, may I throw this in your face? And then they'd be like, yes. Fling. And then it's like, may I smash your face into this? Yes. Fling. You know what I mean? So it was like a polite food fight.
I want to say, along with the food idea, but not food, okay? Imagine a bunch of kids, as we were, found a box of big envelopes, and we filled them with rocks and sticks and put them in people's mailboxes, like licked them closed and put them in people's mailboxes. And we felt really guilty because I don't know what those people thought when they went to their mailboxes and found rocks and sticks in envelopes. but I still feel kind of guilty because like we rang the bells and ran away, and I never saw how people reacted, but I thought they probably were mad at us. Just saying. No guilt.
Reminds me of, if you don't like an organization that sends you a prepaid envelope, you can always send them heavy shit back. Mess with them in a petty way.
That makes me think of Donnie Darko. That makes me think of Donnie Darko. A combination between you and Elaine, because there's that old lady that would check her mailbox every day. And it's like, what is she checking it for? And maybe one day, like, Stick showed up and she's like, what the fuck? I didn't think this was going to happen.
That reminds me, we used to do phony phone calls, right? And the stupider they were, but there was like preparation. You had like, you had to get like a bowl of water, and you had to find something that you could drop things into, and you'd say, oh no, I just fell into the pool. And you would take the phone and you would put it next to it, and you would drop the thing in the water. You said, okay, gotta go.
That reminds me of, like, do you remember? That reminds me of, like, the only good thing about landlines was, like, you could, like, sometimes, did you ever get it where you could hear the neighbors' conversations, like, across the street on your landline phone? Like, do you remember that? Like, you're on the phone, and then you can, like, yeah, no, but it was, like, somehow the lines got crossed, so I could, like, hear other people's conversations. And I'd be like, can you hear me hearing you talking to somebody else?
It had to be on a portable.
On the portable. It was the portable ones, yeah.
I was gonna say that reminds me of sitting home and listening to Elton John, because my brother got to go to the concert when he first came over, and we weren't allowed to go because we were too young. So he took the phone at the Nassau Coliseum off the hook, dialed the house, and we dialed him back because you could do that, right? You dialed the number back, and we listened to the Elton John concert from the telephone in the hall. I had a weird childhood, didn't I?
What do you do when you get a butt call? Do you keep it open to listen to what it was that the call was, or do you immediately hang up on the butt call?
Oh, I want to listen. I always listen. I always listen. Don't you always listen? Does everybody else listen?
I'll listen to see if there's something to listen to for long enough to know that there's nothing to listen to, for sure. But if someone butt dials me, I'm at least taking a few seconds to assess the situation. Like, who are you? And I'm curious.
I've heard people
never
fighting.
anything interesting.
Yeah. No, sometimes it is.
Depends. You never know.
Yeah.
Only takes one time for it to be interesting, Don. How do you know? There could have been. You just hang up right away.
No, maybe they're getting murdered, and that's why they butt dialed. They're
it could have been an emergency call.
Look what CC goes right to murder.
Yeah, no, good point though. This could be right now because somebody listening to this could be listening to it and now may listen, and maybe you never know. This could save a life right now. It absolutely could save a life.
If you
the
get
first
butt
minute
dialed,
is
make sure to listen to all of it.
Hello, you called me. Hello. Anyway.
Hashtag murder butt dial.
Speaking of murder, it's now time for
What now?
where we bring you a completely random and anonymous couple's gripes and have you settle it. Remember, there's no right or wrong, but if there was, whose side are you on? Hypothetically speaking, actually, this is reader mail. Hi, I've been living in a place where parking exists and you have to move the car, but I refuse to understand the parking schedule or how to operate any of it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for refusing to understand parking?
No, it took me 10 years to realize that one of these sides of the street out front is Thursday and one's Friday, but I never remember which. I have to read the sign every time I go out. I've been here over. I know I have to move the car because he says go move the car, but I don't know which side is the good side or which side is the bad side. I have to read the signs. While I'm looking for parking, I read the sign.
But you can read the signs.
Yeah, you have to read the signs.
And you're aware of the need to read the signs and familiarize yourself with the content.
I just don't remember which one's Friday and which one's. I just know one of them's Friday, one of them's Thursday. Go out front. I couldn't tell you.
That's the difference here. He was refusing to attempt. You were saying it was complicated. And I agree. If something's way overcomplicated that is hard to understand, at that point, I'm like, this is ridiculous. It should be simple enough for me to understand. But if you're refusing to try to understand, then,
you mean if there's like a bunch of signs on top of each other and some say you can park here?
Yeah, it's like one of those freaking logic riddles. And it's like an SAT test question. Like, well, if it's a Thursday and you're Tuesday, but you're parked here for 3 hours, are you going to get a ticket? It's like,
and does this person have access to either a smartphone with a camera or a pen and paper that they could take note of what the signs say and perhaps keep the note somewhere convenient to refer to?
I've gone to court. I've gone to court with a picture and said
they have access to these tools, a pen and paper or a camera phone.
Yeah, this is
okay. See, this reader is. Yeah, and see, this reader, though, is really claiming to say, I refuse to learn. He hasn't said, hey, I looked into this and this is complicated, or I'm having problems remembering. He's like, I refuse to learn the rules of parking.
The refuse to learn, the refusal part.
The refusal. So he's basically claiming at this point, the real debate here is, he's saying, I don't think there should be rules in parking. First come, first serve is how I hear him say. It's like, what is his stance then? Because the real thing that he's saying is, I don't want to abide by parking rules. This is ridiculous.
Okay, well,
there's some great signs on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. It says, don't even think of parking here. $1,000 fine. And there's always a car parked right underneath that sign.
Well, I don't understand the one at the corner that says no parking here, say Thursday, but there are meters for that. So if I can't, or you can park here Thursday because they're going to clean, but so shouldn't you be able to park there other days?
Yeah. I mean, really, the only thing that matters in parking is what the signs say. So literally, like if the signs, they're usually like, you can't do this or you can do it here. So it's just whatever it is.
I just know it chased me. I thought that I could park there Thursdays because it said I could park there, but you can't because there are meters and you still have to pay it's Sundays. You still have to pay the meter even though it's Sunday.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You always check the meter. You always check the meter though, because the meters will tell you if you don't have to pay or you do have to pay. You always check the meter.
And the restaurant on the corner, the meter's till 10 o'clock at night. How could it be? It only goes to 7 everywhere else.
Block to block, block to block, block to block.
What?
No, I don't know.
What?
I think we're gonna have another debate because someone just called you cheap.
Cheap?
He said pay the dollar.
Oh, for the dollar?
Sometimes it's not a dollar.
For me, it's really not
sometimes
the
it's a
price
dime.
of, it actually
Sometimes
can be revved up. It's not really.
So, yeah,
For
exactly.
me-
Sometimes it's $15.
Shakira
for
is
me-
being brought up on tax
Spain.
evasion charges.
What, she's got hips so she can't pay taxes? What? What are you trying to say, Don? Yeah, her hips don't lie. They lied about taxes.
They didn't lie. Okay, she
They
was
lied, they
in the
did.
Bahamas. Those hips were in the Bahamas.
Depends on where, right, exactly.
She claims that she didn't live in Spain. Spain is claiming that she lived in Spain. I'm sure she's fine. I don't think she's going to jail for 8 years. I think that's how you click on articles. I'm sure she will
Probably.
wind up in jail. I can't imagine Shakira winding up in jail. The only thing that would make her wind up in jail is if they specifically were targeting her for like heinous reasons. Like I can't imagine her winding up in jail. Period. Full stop.
Yeah.
Especially when she could just be like, "Here's some money. Shut up." I don't know if that's gonna happen either. That
Yeah, I
said,
don't understand. How come they can't just give him the money and tell him to shut up? Who's the action star that ended up he ended in jail for a while? Crap. Action star.
Oh, didn't pay taxes?
and wasn't able
Yeah.
to do movies for a while.
Wesley Snipes.
Really? I believe
Wesley
it.
Snipes ended up in jail. How come he can't just pay it off?
Why isn't Bezos in jail? Just want to know.
Because Bezos
Yeah.
is doing it, with the help of the system.
Tax lawyers?
So it sounds like what you're saying is this person should just fucking learn how to park a car and what the signs
I
say.
mean, if
He's not
I mean,
even.
at
He's
this
not
point,
saying anything. It's
Are
like,
we
yeah.
supposed to believe like that they just are that dumb that they can't understand?
No,
the
he
parking?
says I refuse to learn. He's not saying
But
it's
what if
challenging
that's his
learn.
excuse? Like, what if he's
Oh.
really too dumb and he's
Oh.
like, no, I'm not gonna learn.
Well, then I mean, I really do think that is on the. There should be a
No, then-
level of informing, like to
No, he
inform
pays the
somebody of what
ticket,
the rules
wait.
are.
The person who parks and ignored the signs pays the ticket. Have a nice day.
No, I don't think you're learning when you look at a parking sign. You're just seeing what you have to do. You know, you're just making sure that you don't have to move your car. It's not like something where you're taking in, you're not learning. It's really simple. Can you park there or can't you? Is it free or do you have to pay money? It takes 10 seconds and it's not really complicated.
Yeah, but is this even public parking? He says he lives in a complex. Is this even the city stuff with meters, or is this their own rules at his complex?
Well, if you're parking in a complex, then it's going to be complex.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
All right, give him his own segment.
Yeah, pun intended. All right, that was settled. I think the answer is just learn how to figure out parking, and that's
Or pay the ticket.
Well,
or pay the ticket.
We're trying to avoid tickets. And now it's time for Ask Mom, where everybody gets to ask my mom what
I'm here.
they want. Are you awake? That's my question.
I'm awake. I'm awake. You got questions?
Lucy, are you at home, yes. or are you on a trip?
No, I am at home. I got home yesterday and I slept all day.
And where are the cats then?
They're right here. Well, here's Joey.
Yay!
Oh.
Here's my baby.
He's like a ghost. The ghost cat. With the background, he's a ghost cat.
No, he's never far.
Ooh, I wonder if he knows Clyde.
The god Clyde, the god Joey, the god Clyde.
Yes.
Well, how was your trip?
It was fine. It was like a really nice. The last day was great. I had an extra day, and I had a very difficult extra day. I had to take them to the beach.
Aww.
Oh. It was there for 6 whole hours. It was, what could I say? Because they had like slides and things, so they got to play in the slides and things. They were thrilled. It was all good. They're great kids.
Sounded like.
Did you go on the slide? My question is, did you go on the slide?
Are you nuts? I went in the water.
Oh, I thought you might have went on the slide if it was one of those big ones.
No, I'm not going in the slide. I might fall down. That would not be pretty.
Oh, no.
You know what? Yeah. If you were with me, kid, you would have went down the slide. Just saying, it might have happened. I'm a bad influence.
Really not. It's okay.
Right.
But they had fun. It was a nice tour. They had fun.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a question. What do you want to do when you're in New York?
I don't know.
All right, fair enough.
We're watching. We're watching.
I don't think so.
I don't know what I want to do, but I know I don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. No.
Yeah.
Don't know. I wanna, I don't know, get gummies. I wanna go to stores, that kind of stuff.
Hey, they have they have pot pizza.
What?
They have pot
That
pizza
kind
in
of
Coney
stuff.
Island.
What?
Pot pizza in Coney Island.
For real?
You have to order for real. With me and Nicole have been trying to get there, but they run out. You have to like call and reserve it and say they only make 20 pies a day or something, and they always run out. So we tried twice so far. We didn't get any. So I'll find out the name of it, but we could go have pizza at Coney Island on the beach and have hot pizza.
Yeah.
There you go, something like that.
That I want to do.
Yeah, I knew you'd say yes. I'll find out more.
Who says no to that? Like who would
Well,
say no
Jeff-
to that?
I know some people that would say no. Jeff would say no. Here you go,
Boo.
pizza. But I'm getting a card. See, we're getting a card.
Good.
Sorry, pot pizza. I gotta look up pot pizza Coney Island now.
Make the pizza at home.
No.
That was
Thanks.
Ask Mom, where you get to ask my mom anything you want. And now,
Well,
with Cece.
No idea.
So I know that you guys like me to do contemporary things, but this one is old and it was just too good to pass up. And I'm going to have to probably come back around to it because I only recently found out about this book. There's this book by Bram Stoker called Famous Imposters. Okay, so it's all about all of this trickery that happened back in like olden times. And one of the trickeries concerns Queen Elizabeth.
Ooh.
Not the one now, obviously, the first one. Henry VIII's daughter. During one of those like plague things, got sent up like somewhere remote to, you know, not be around a bunch of germy plague people. Well, it didn't work. So goes the story. And she died, and then they found out Henry VIII was going to come and wanted to see her, you know, and they were like, oh shit, what do we do? Like, we let the princess die. Hey, her friend kind of looks like her. It's a boy. Just dress him, just put him in the dress. Henry VIII gets there, and he's like, oh yeah, that's a girl. And then they just kept passing him off as her. And she had these really, really loyal like servants, you know, like the ladies' maids. She only had a couple of them, and she was like fiercely loyal, and they like went with her everywhere. And there was one of them that her husband, like he shouldn't have been such a big deal, but she kept on giving him like all of these really like high-ranking posts. And then of course she never had kids, and she never got married, despite many offers. So the theory is that she was a secret king.
Wait, I'm confused. Okay. She was a little boy.
Man imposter.
She was a little girl who died of some kind of plague.
Okay.
The king is going to come, and it's Henry VIII. Okay, he's fucking scary. He chopped off her mom's head.
Everybody's heads.
He's on like wife number what at this point? Probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5. So they're like, fuck, you know, we can't let him know. He's gonna kill all of us. Let's dress up this.
Never mind. Continue. Sorry.
Right on.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so they just dressed up this little boy that I guess happened to have red hair. I don't know. They put him in the dress, and so the story goes.
That must have been, he must have got picked on a lot at school.
Could you imagine if they actually had to go to school?
I'm not buying it.
That it happened at all?
No, I'm not buying the she died story.
Well, what do you mean?
Not buying it at all.
Yeah, that.
So it didn't happen?
Well, there is evidence that it didn't happen. Like supposedly she was checked by doctors to see if she was like suitable for marriage, and they said that she was. However, other people say, yeah, but you could easily pay off the doctor. So, you know, who could say?
I'm still not buying it.
She was known for wearing like a lot of makeup, like a lot of makeup.
That's because she had nasty skin.
Or was it because of her 5 o'clock shadow?
Maybe that was
no, they all wore
5 o'clock shadow and nasty skin.
They all wore nasty makeup.
Okay, here's the true test. Did she contour and wear big wigs?
They all did.
I don't think they invented contouring yet. I think they were still just doing that like white makeup that was like full of lead, probably.
Shells.
Crazy.
Well, Tusk.
Yeah, so I'll have to read the book and see if there's any more information than what the brief article said.
Yeah, thanks for that meme you brought us today.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to cut and paste the website for that hot pizza place, and every time I put it in our group chat and Messenger, it comes back with a red couldn't send. Am I not allowed to send that?
I guess not.
Possibly. They do those things. They sometimes do that stuff, yeah.
Because it's pot? It's legal in New York.
I don't know. Facebook has its ways.
Fuck
they can
you,
check all our stuff.
Facebook. Fuck you, Facebook.
Oh, sorry, Meta.
What about the Zoom chat?
Oh, I don't know if I can. No, I can't do
now
that.
it's
I don't
time
know.
to
I'll
look
say.
to the stars.
Sorry.
This is boring me watching the show, but guess what? It's not boring.
Sorry.
Me. This next segment, Elise. I don't think you have cards for us, but I'm sure you could something.
I do. Oh no! Are you
do?
kidding me?
Oh my god!
I have my cards by the pool.
A mini deck?
For it.
A mini deck?
No, it's the cat tarot. I have it. So real quick, astrology update. We're in the new moon phase. New moon in Leo. So good fun energy. Did I say this last week? I don't know if I did. But just keep on with that new moon vibes. Keep manifesting what you're looking for. Whoop. All right, that one went to up. Look what fell out when I accidentally did this. Roy just wanted to say a big hello with his belly rubbing and just rubbing in my face. Yeah, we know what Roy's doing right now. He's laying on his back, getting it rubbed.
That's exactly
out of all the freaking things. Yeah, out of all that he could do. But you know what? I hope, you know what? Here's the thing. I love him so much. I hope he is having fun over there. So thanks for letting us know that. He's a little bit of a, look at this though, with the little toilet paper roll. He's getting into mischief. Right? Oh, he's getting into mischief. Okay. So who are we? Does anybody want their pet read specifically, or should I do a general pet message?
Mitzi.
Mitzi? Okay. Do you have a specific question? What's your question? What do you want to know about Mitzi?
Is there a mouse under the radiator?
Okay, that's very specific. But so why? What's going on with Mitzi that you want to know? Is she being distracted by something?
Well, she'll sit in front of the radiator, and
Why is Mitzi sitting in front of the radiator? Why is Mitzi sitting in front of the radiator?
For extended periods, very quietly, and I think she's waiting for something.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well you're okay. Oh, the devil. Okay, she's waiting for the devil. No, that's not what she's doing.
That's what she thinks. She thinks mice is mice beast.
To be honest,
the devil.
For me, I get a couple vibes. One, there could be a little bit. There could be a pattern of some kind, right? So, I feel like there could be a pattern. I three pentacles, which is interesting. So, I don't know. This is something you may want to work on, or like I don't know, let me see a little bit more, but I feel like either it could be some form of like protection, like meaning like she feels like there's something scary down there, like something, or she's like kind of addicted to something. It's like a little bit of a pattern possibly. Maybe she hears something, to your point, like the dog is kind of making feel like there is like another being down there. So she could be trying to communicate with something. Let's see what else. What else about Mitzi? What's his devil? His devil card. It looks like a very friendly devil, though, I have to say, this dog. Oh my God, the devil came back again. Okay. I get it. Let's see. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups. So she might be trying to, the Eight of Cups is kind of a running energy, so she might be trying to get away from something, or again, look, she's trying to search for something down there. So to your point of her like looking for something, I do think she is possibly looking for something. Did you say the drain? There could be something about water.
Well, it's a radiator, and I think water goes through the radiator.
Okay, so maybe, does it make a sound? She could be hearing the sound. Let me see. Maybe it's scaring her. She's like kind of not sure what it is. It's possible. Well, not that, but it's like, it looks like she's very curious about that water aspect. Oh, look at what just pulled out when you said that. She might be thirsty, dude. Is it hot in your house? She might be thinking that there's water there and might be wanting water.
Oh,
look, she's licking her lips right after she said that. You said, is she drinking it? And look at that. And Five of Cups. Her cup's empty. I think she's thirsty.
Maybe she needs a radiator water bowl.
She wants you to bring it to her. And she wants you to bring it to her.
Also, this Three of Cups energy, I mean, she wants to connect too. So are you paying more attention to her when you're like, what are you doing? And then like you like pull her away and you pay attention to her when she does that? It's a tactic. See, it's a pattern. She does something like that. You're like, what are you doing? Let's spend time together, or let me give you something to distract you. Whatever you're giving her to get away from the radiator, she thinks that that's how to get the treat. You created a behavioral pattern with the you might be. She's like, every time I go to the radiator, he pulls me over and gives me something. And she's literally possibly being reinforced. It's like literally being reinforced. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Like it's being reinforced. So yeah, we see clearly this pattern. That's funny. That could be what it is. We'll check in next week and see if that is.
Okay. Thank you.
That's interesting. That's an interesting read. All right. And that's Kathryn. Thank you, buddy, from the pool.
Why, thank you. That's spot on, and I do think you do need a water bowl by your radiator so that she can also drink there. You know, maybe some toys. And
She wants you to bring it to her by the spoon.
Do you
Just
actually
saying.
give her more attention when she's there? Like, hey, Mitzi, what's going on? Do you ever like go in and look at it like, hey, let's go on this mission together and catch this mouse?
No, I don't. I think she thinks that there's a mouse there, and I'm just like, all right. She's doing her predator, safari, wild animal, instinct thing. So I just kind of let her do that.
Oh, wait a second. But here's my question though:
running.
is it? But are you just curious, or are you trying to stop that? Because to be honest, like I actually feel like, to your point, like she's connecting with that part of her energy too. Like maybe she really, it's like, it's animal instinct, but at the same time, like she's doing it over and over, and there's nothing different that's occurred, right? Does your radiator make more noise right now because it's like summer or
but
hotter?
like a year ago, there actually was a mouse that used to come out of the radiator. So I'm just thinking, maybe it's mouse
so maybe
number
she
two.
wants a little bit of toy fun. Like you might want to maybe give her. Maybe she's bored.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You're her minion. Start acting like it.
And that was
Sorry.
solved, but
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
this might not have been.
Go.
Mhm.
Okay. On this day in 30 BC, Mark Antony won the Battle of Alexandria. The Battle of Alexandria was fought between the forces of Octavian and Mark Antony from July 1st to July 30th, 30 BC. It was the last war of the Roman Republic. In a previous battle, Mark Antony had lost the majority of his fleet and had been forced to abandon the majority of his army in Greece, where without supplies, they eventually surrendered. Although Antony's side was hindered by a few desertions, he still managed to narrowly defeat Octavian's forces. However, the desertions continued, and in early August, Octavian launched a second ultimately successful invasion of Egypt, after which Antony and his lover, Cleopatra, committed suicide. And nothing was solved. Kind of dark.
On this day in
Yeah, but
history, nothing was solved.
good movie. Good movie, because Cleopatra and Mark Antony, it's a timeless love story. Like Romeo and Juliet. It's, So something was solved. Oh, yes, exactly. Who else? See the.
Anyway, it's Fever.
Fever.
When he kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Mark Anthony, speaking of Mark Anthony and other news, apparently in Mark Anthony, J-Lo's ex is emaciated. I don't know what's wrong with him because I only read headlines.
We don't Google at all.
No. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. You've all been amazing. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Don. Sad you had to go. Elise, thank you so much. That was enlightening. And I hope Mitzi gets something out of that. Matt, thank you. Cece, thank you. Elaine Vario, thank you. My mom, thank you. And Bull. And you guys for listening. Except for the people who clicked like and then unlike. What was that about? Just kidding. We still love you. You're good. And if anybody has any plugs before we get out of here, and if you want 10% off when you're doing your nails with Maniology, it's TKDS 10.
I have a podcast on Spotify.
Oh, sorry.
I have a podcast on Spotify. It's called Matt C's Podcast. Just put in Spotlight Genesis and you'll see Matt C's Podcast for some reason. It's on Spotify, and I take deep cuts from albums, and you might hear something that you haven't heard before that you really like.
Ooh. You can follow me at the Modernist6222 on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and also follow Live from the Asylum and Improvised TV Sitcom on Facebook. Our season 5 is starting soon, so we go live Thursdays on Facebook.
Anything from Elaine?
I got nothing. I'm stoned.
All right, Elaine's plugging her caramels. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. You love it, amazing. I said that, I meant it, and goodbye, guys. Wait, this is probably the better hand. Oh, I need to fix my stage picture.
Which is our better?
Next week.